know what happened to my best friend. As days turn to weeks and weeks turn to years, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see it unsatisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. I miss you, man. You're my brother. I said I love you, babe. I won't forget you, no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Sometimes I feel life is cheap. Everything's disposable and so are we. Can you hear me? Life is real, yeah. And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. 'Cause I wanna go home. Oh, I feel for my brother. I miss you, man. Oh, I feel for my brother. You're my brother. I feel for my brother. Oh, no, no. Feel for my brother. I wanna go home. I feel for my brother. I won't forget you, no. I feel for my brother. I feel for my brother. I feel. Oh, I feel for my brother. I feel for my brother. Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. You know, a lot of my brothers are dead or gone, but they've been hanging on the block a little too long. What can I say? I hope they live to see a brighter day. And the ones that are doing fine, God bless you, 'cause you're doing fine. At the end of the day, don't forget about me. As days turn to weeks and weeks turn to years, oh, I feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see you're not satisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. The street life used to be on, straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right, everything inside. But somehow things started to change. Try to get us straight up out of the game. You couldn't see what I saw. The empire was starting to fall. And everything that I said never seemed to get into your head. I tried to do the right thing, living my life with the words that I sing. Now tell me, I wanted to know what happened to my best friend. As days turn to weeks and weeks turn to years, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see it unsatisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. I miss you, man. You're my brother. everything is tight. But somehow things started to
Yeah, we in the building. We about 2 minutes out, y'all. We here.
out of the game.
Woo, just getting in.
What I saw, the
We 2 minutes out.
starting to fall. And everything that I said never seemed to get into your head.
Yeah, we got the countdown clock going. Make sure you do your watch parties and stuff.
With the words
All right, let's get it going.
now tell me, I wanted to know what happened to my best friend.
2 minutes to lift off.
Days turn to weeks, and weeks turn to years. I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see it unsatisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. I miss you, man.
Yeah, I'm 2 minutes out. Make sure, please get your watch party started. This is the One Night Show.
I said I love you, babe.
Man, it's been a long weekend.
Forget you now. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. It's time to feel life is cheap.
All right, y'all.
Everything's disposable and so are we.
Headphones on.
Life is real, yeah. And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. 'Cause I wanna go home. Oh, I feel for my brother. I miss you, man.
All right, 20 seconds.
Feel for my brother. You're my brother.
Man.
I feel for my brother.
Yes, indeed.
Feel for my brother.
I'm going to crack the mics, man. Okay.
For my brother.
And they might be trying to make a recording. That might be nice. Here we go, y'all.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
One night show, one night show.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yes, indeed. You heard me in the mix right there? I do my DJ thing. That's it. Word up. So once again, this is One Night Chat, and you know we do this every week at 4 o'clock, and we're back again this week. And I believe this is the first show that we're doing for New Year's, correct?
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year to everybody.
2021.
And as you can see, we went through a little set design redo, upgrade, right?
Yep.
You know,
Looking good.
Yeah. See our
So-
social media handles?
there you go.
Follow us.
Yeah, we did all that stuff. Man, we hadn't changed the show since we started, so it's pretty good to do. Get your watch party started, y'all, and I'm gonna hit the button. And it goes like, there you go, y'all. So we want to welcome you to the One Night Show, and once again, Happy New Year, everybody. We hadn't seen everybody since New Year's. We took last Sunday off, and the reason for that was it was my birthday. So,
Ooh, happy birthday. Give yourself some.
yeah, you know what? I made that up. It was cool.
Happy belated and all that.
Yep. So I wanted to take the time out and just kind of take the day and kind of meditate, because you should meditate when you have a birthday. I mean, you should actually kind of maybe sit and just think about things and kind of look at where you are in your life and how'd you get there. So I had an opportunity to do that. And then that next week, I came in and started redesigning the sets, you know, for all the shows, and we wanted to do something different one night. And Sandrea had sent me a photo of your development and her development. She's like, well, if we could put this up, this would be great. And I was kind of like, okay, but you know, what can I do to really make it pop? You know what I'm saying? Which is the idea.
Right.
So we created a new background. Now we're sitting in front of in front of the developments. We have name tags at the top now, so that you know who we are. And we are now promoting all of our social media at the bottom, you know, which is making sense. So
Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful.
so we're good. So that was my week. Sandrea, what's going on, baby?
Well, you know, we all still busy in the fields, out there getting it done, and you know, still working with residents. And you know, we had a show, but we kind of didn't have a show.
Right.
We had some people on, and you know, just coming off that Christmas giveaway, our first time with Homes Eyes Coalition, that was just fabulous. Send out our condolences to Castle Hill. houses.
Oh, yeah.
Roxy Reed passed away. She's one of my comrades. I knew us for so many years now.
She passed away like recently. Like,
Yes. And,
Yeah.
We met
Wow.
during our Community Voices Heard
Okay.
days. So, a lot of great organizers have come out of that fold. So, blessings to her and her family, and sorry for the loss. And just, still fighting NYCHA, trying to get repairs, trying to help other residents get repairs, networking with Eleanor Bumpers,
Right,
her great-granddaughter.
right, yeah, she was
sent
on,
me a
yeah.
picture of her bathroom. She's in Forest Houses, and it's horrible. So, Eleanor, if you're watching, I'm still waiting on the ticket number so I can do a reach out for you, and we can get you some work done in your bathroom, because that's crazy. And, she had to actually be moved from her issues from before into another apartment. So, and now she's having these issues.
In the new apartment.
Yeah, so, NYCHA's not new to it. They're true to it. But,
That's
with that
thorough.
said, just still, getting a lot of stuff done. We got a lot of press. Some articles were done about our event and stuff like that. And, just bringing in a new year and figuring out what's next. We do have some food drives coming up and some more things. And voter registration is going to be ongoing. We're going to do that once a month, the coalition,
Okay.
on our grounds. So, yeah.
All right, I just want to make a comment about the TA presidents, because I think about 5 TA presidents
Yeah.
actually have died within the last year, and that kind of brings me up where what Stan wants to do, you know what I mean? And all you guys that are TA presidents and stuff, you got to really get the youth involved and train them how to be you and how to do your job, so that when you are not capable of doing your job, or if you pass on, that information is passed on to the next generation to really hold things down. You know what I'm saying? So I think we lost TA President John Johnson, was it?
Yeah, I believe that was the name. Yeah.
Right? Wait, what was it? What was the Eyewitness News guy's name? Because he had the same name.
Same name,
that
John
was it,
Johnson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And a lot of information was lost there.
Yeah.
I know some of it was communicated, but a lot of information lost there. If you don't have a younger person that's rocking by your side, you need to remember, guys, you're not going to be here forever.
And when
Right.
you look at it as a makeup of your board, right? So how is your board looking? How is your board really looking? And are you sharing the information
With your board.
as a resident council president? Are
Right.
you really doing that, or are you withholding everything? I would hope that they are sharing the information, because when you can't be present, it's still supposed to flow.
Correct. Exactly.
You know?
That's
So,
the deal.
Yeah.
That's how the United States works, isn't it?
We gonna get there, because today we are just what? Kicking it.
We are just kicking it.
There's a lot to kick around,
Yeah.
boy.
Dan Ski, what's the deals, brother?
Ooh,
Been
look at that
busy-
background.
Been, wow, it's nice. Yes, wow. That's incredible. Yeah, it's been unfortunately at 50-05 Broadway. That's Woodside Houses. We got the phone call, and unfortunately, a line is without gas. I think the C line in that building is without gas, and then another building in that development has a line without gas as well. And I heard there may be 2 more other buildings in that development. And the most incredible part is that when some of the residents went down to ask the management company, like, do we have gas? Like, why? What's going on? The manager office was unaware that they didn't have gas. So how are you a management office and you have
Exactly.
residents in your development that don't have gas and you are not aware?
That's crazy.
I believe they got a knock on the door like 11 o'clock at night. So once again, the people in the building didn't even know the gas was out. So all of a sudden, they get a knock on the door 11 o'clock. The next morning, they don't have gas. The manager office doesn't know, totally unaware, no information being given, no updates being given. So we're kind of repeating the situation that happened in Astoria houses. I heard there was in Ravenswood, there was without gas for like 7 months. Some of the buildings there. So I believe there's 55 gas outages all around the city at this particular point in time.
And who cuts the gas off? Is it Con Ed?
My understanding, Con Ed will eventually come in and cut it up.
Con
Right,
Ed, I'm
right.
sure, is communicating with NYCHA.
You would think,
But,
right?
yeah, of course they are.
So
Of course they
so
are.
how is it that the manager office is not aware?
Check your emails, NYCHA.
Right, it's absurd. So I
Yeah.
want to give a big shout out to Monica Morales. She
Just
came
make it
out.
clear. The gas is off in the entire building.
No, it's just a line. So
It's
now
just
you have a
one particular
situation
line.
where
Okay.
everybody on the C line, which is about, in that
Is-
case, that's 6 apartments.
Okay,
They have
gotcha.
no gas. Tammy Reyes, powerful leader. You know, she got in touch with Lorenzo Brea. Big shout out to
I
Lorenzo.
seen him in the, yeah.
Right, Lorenzo was one that really got it going. You know, he's running for city council. You know, but I see him. I see his work on the ground. You know, he actually was the one to get the first phone call.
Okay.
And he ran over there, knocked on some doors, got about maybe 6 of them kind of uprooted and really ready to fight. And then Tammy Reyes was like a big leader in that development. She got in touch with Justice for All, and then we knocked on some more doors and went to the other building and got those people engaged. You know, so now we're gonna flood the managing office with letters of complaint to let them know that now we are aware these people have no gas, and now we're coming after them for a lawsuit. You know, at some particular point. Now I want to give a big shout out to Monica Morales. She came out, she covered the story. And because of that, we got a call from the state senator, Brian Bramwell, you know, who was a state senator in that district. And so we're going to see what he's going to do. And also that's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's district, you know, so I will be reaching out to her office, you know, because now we need you. You know, yes, it's great to be on TV or national media and all that's great, fine and wonderful, but you have to be in this neighborhood.
Constituents matter.
Right. Because if she shows up, then now it brings that much more attention to the problem and to the issue. You know, so we're hoping that we can get these folks some justice. You know, they gave it, as you know, the hot plates, and you know, so they had to go through the holidays like that, and that's on top of all the other issues that people are dealing with. You know, the regular mold and all the other repair issues. You know, and this is during a pandemic. You know, so once again, you're risking people's lives. So they got to go out and buy food, risk their health to go to the store, or have people deliver it to them. You know, we're in a pandemic, you know, and Knights is doing nothing. So we're going to put the maximum pressure, you know. And Mr. Perry, I hope you're listening. He's a housing manager over there. We actually saw him out there smoking a cigarette, relaxing, like it's nothing going on. Like everything is all good. So it ain't all good.
Are they going to be able to get crock pots? Because you know the time frame can be crazy.
Right. Well, hopefully folks are listening, you know, to the telecast. Hopefully we can draw up enough attention, like we were able to do with Astoria Houses, and get these folks some assistance, you know, before it goes out of control. Because like you said, it can go on for months.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah.
That's the common time frame. Once it goes off, it's hard to get back on.
Yeah. And they're giving these folks no information at all. They have no clue about what's going on. And that's the worst part. It's one thing to go do something, but at least you know when it's going to end, you might be able to get through it. But to go through something and don't have no idea when is it going to end is the most unfortunate part about it.
I want to shout out Lorenzo, too, because he's a cool person. You know, he reached out to me on New Year's Day.
Oh, he did? Yeah, he did the same thing to me.
Yes, I thought that was just special, because I can't vote for him, you know what I'm saying? But I thought that was very nice and
very
thoughtful.
dynamic.
Yeah, he's a cool
young,
dude.
they were treating him like a movie star out there. You know, it was like Lorenzo. They was really going crazy over him, you know. So he's definitely making a name for himself, you know, to be that young. And to be that engaged.
And hopefully he got the matching funds again.
I believe Lorenzo's okay. Yeah, Lorenzo's, I think Lorenzo's doing fine. He's doing fine.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, how do you guys think that New York City politics is actually shaping up now? I mean, you know, what are we looking at? I mean, I know there's a lot of people running for mayor and city, right? And a lot going on. So, I mean, like, how do you think this is shaping up in terms of demographics and stuff? Like,
it's getting interesting. I mean, we have 2 more black candidates that jumped in, men. One is, I believe, from Wall Street. I'm almost sure, but I'm not 100%.
This is for mayor?
In the mayoral race.
Okay.
Also, Isaac Wright, who the For Life, y'all seen For Life on Channel 7, the 50 Cent, you know, about the guy that was in prison for years, and he became a lawyer and so forth. So he's actually jumped in the race.
Okay.
So it makes it interesting. And so it's definitely going to be. It's going to come down to, I guess, when it comes to the matching funds.
Right.
See how people are doing. They'll decide if they're viable or not, and then they'll be jumping out. Because at the end of the day, we want to really look at the candidates that are viable anyway.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? That has the best chance. And that goes for city council and everything else.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, I think it's an opportunity for all of New Yorkers to really make a statement and change the city. It's a chance for us to have progressive people that really come from the community and will represent the community in place. You know, so again, we got to break the hold of REBNY, the Real Estate Board of New York. We need candidates that are really going to be committed to the everyday community needs and not protecting the real estate interests. So I think it's a chance really for us to transform the city and get the kind of city council people, hopefully myself as Queensborough president, and get folks in there that really are committed to doing something different, because our system is broken. We can't keep going like we're going now.
Our city council race got sick in December. I'm going to just call it out. Julie Minner jumped in the race, and she's a powerhouse, to be honest. So it's going to get really crazy because, the rest of them are community, they're out there, they've been out there, and she just jumped in December, and she's a powerhouse. So it's going to be interesting. But the ranked choice voting, people will pick who they choose, and we'll see. But hopefully we'll have, maybe out of fairness, another 2 candidates from District 5. I'm weighing it out. Maybe we might bring them in virtually or something like that.
Great.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to give a big shout out to, on the national stage, obviously, I want to give a big shout out to Georgia. They really came through.
Give them
Yeah.
Georgia.
Y'all really came through.
Yes.
And now, the importance of that, if y'all don't understand it, is now Biden's presidency can be potent. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to fight to get things passed through the Senate or the House, for that matter.
Right.
So that sort of completed the cycle. And what's interesting is, the history of Georgia is, right, they called them Georgia crackers, right? They were crackers because it was the Deep South.
Yep.
Right? And their governor, Chief Cracker, was Lester Maddox. Right? Lester Maddox is from like the 60s and the 70s. Racist. Racist is all to be damned. And now, in 2020, they have elected a Jew and a black to represent Atlanta in the Senate. So what does that mean? That means that the demographic of Atlanta is now changing. The landscape of Atlanta is changing in terms of who lives there.
Right.
There were enough...
as well as power.
As well as power, right? There were enough black people there to actually push these two candidates through.
Right.
In a state that, 10 years ago, that wasn't possible.
Right.
But one thing about that race, if they would have voted down ballot, we wouldn't have probably had that runoff. And I think a lot of people need, and we as organizers and leaders, we have to educate people about voting, because if you're going to vote, you need to vote down ballot, and you also need to flip the ballot, because there's some things on the back sometimes.
Right.
Proposals or
So down ballot is actually what?
If you're going for Democratic, go on down, because the Senate was there, but they just probably were voting for president. You understand? So
Okay, that's what that means.
Yeah.
So it was there to be checked off.
They didn't vote.
But you didn't vote for that. You only voted for the president.
Because it's about awareness, right? Teaching people how to vote, and they weren't paying them no mind, because in their mindset, we got to get Trump out, right? We got to get Biden and Kamala, if that was their choice. And the Republican people did the same. But it was also a percentage point too, right?
Right.
So,
big shout out to Stacey Abrams, who did an amazing job of organizing, to bring a whole bunch of young people into the vote, and people that don't normally vote, so she's a hero.
She did it, but but you got to say what it was too. It was the black
right, the black vote, yes.
And it was, she wasn't alone, so it was the black people.
And we showed up. Black folks showed up. They always say we don't vote.
Women showed up.
We show what our power really can be.
And we have to continue to vote. This
absolutely,
is the thing.
absolutely.
And interesting enough, and the race was so close that if just 10% less black people voted, then it would have been a different race.
Right.
I think the margin was like 15 or 20,000 votes between one of the races. Yeah, just imagine that if 20,000 people just decided not to vote.
Right.
It'd have been a different vibe. So every vote counts.
And imagine this in the whole race period, right? For presidential race, 300,000 people couldn't vote.
Right.
Because of COVID.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Almost a little over quarter of them. Well,
right, because they were dead.
Right.
Over a quarter million people couldn't vote.
Yeah. So,
that makes a difference in different states.
In different states, it does.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That could change your seat in the Senate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes you wonder why maybe the president wasn't all that concerned about doing anything about it.
And look who it was impacting.
Right, we're the ones that were dying. So he sat on his hands, and watched it all happen.
Plus, because we are the minority, which we're in a maybe another, 10, 15 years or something. I know Roland Martin's always talk about it. I'll have the date next time. We will be the majority,
Right.
and that's a problem.
Well, that's why the Republicans are losing their mind. Because the country's changing
They
right in
don't
front of
wanna
their,
relinquish their
right in front of
power.
their face. Yeah.
And the deal is this. I mean, we're going brown, people. The country is going
Yeah,
brown.
come on.
Right? They're you know, from a standpoint of the actual race to interracial, you know, marriages and stuff that are going on, the country's becoming brown, y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Brown is down.
Brown is down.
Right.
I mean, you could probably. I mean,
you
you
go
know how
black,
many,
you
you know how
can't
many
go
people, you know how many people that have actual now black, you know, white families that have, you know, black people in their family
Absolutely.
now, and vice versa.
Right.
Right. And then they're producing these Carmel children, brown. Now,
Right.
you know how racists feel, right? They're like, you know, if you keep on interracialing, then you're gonna eliminate the white man. Oh, guess what? They're right, because I've seen it.
Right.
Right. I went to a place called Reunion Island, and on Reunion Island,
Where's that at?
that's off of the coast of Madagascar, and it's under French. It's a French colony, right? And there were white people there. Now, and there were black people there.
Right.
Right. The slaves, they all blended. They all blended, and all you have are these Carmel people. Like there's no white person, and there's no. You'll see some black people,
Right.
but for the most part, it's just kind of Carmel look that's going on, and you'll have these wild combinations. You know, the woman will be dark, and then she'll have blue eyes. Like it's that type of genetic situations going on. But yes, on that island, white people have been eliminated. I just want to be clear, and our country and in the world, I guess, eventually, as people start to progress and get out of their mindset of the stupidity of racism, that we're all going to be brown.
Right. At some point.
At some
It's
point.
unavoidable as the world continues. You're right.
Who's that guy here? we got
We got.
Oh, you know what?
guy
Someone
here.
Snuck in on the side door.
Somebody snuck into the studio.
She snuck in on the side door.
And he
Who-
came in a
he be?
mask, and that ain't no.
Who's that guy?
That ain't no N95, but look, you here for a stick up.
He's like a ninja over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came through. Okay, yeah.
What's up, Mike?
What's up?
How's everything going? Anything going for you this week? Anything I need to, you know?
Whose birthday is
doing
it?
good.
Who
Well,
birthday? Who had
My
a
wife's birthday was Friday,
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
but this week I'm
Whose birthday was it?
My wife.
No.
Happy birthday. My birthday was 27.
Okay,
Having a
okay.
little party
Wonderful.
on 30th for having a Scooby Doo party.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
But you know what? You know today was not today, but this week my first time watching Chicago 7.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all familiar with
No,
Chicago.
no, I don't know. What's that?
Oh, you talking about the one with Abby Kaufman and
Hoffman,
they were all in court. The thing that went down in the 60s.
Oh.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know. That was, and then they also had Bobby Seale on trial with them. He
Oh,
had
Bobby
nothing-
Seale.
he had
Okay.
nothing
Yeah.
to do with it. And that judge was not even trying to hear anything he had to say at all. And it's so sad how this
Why?
country-
He's a Panther. That's
It's a Black Panther thing.
Right. Right.
I mean, Fred
Right.
Hampton was killed during that trial. And
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of this show? When's it come on? I want to see this. now.
It's on
movie.
Netflix.
It's the trial of the Chicago 7.
Chicago 7.
That was
Okay.
in Chicago 6.
Okay.
Huh? No,
Is
it's
it,
7.
It's 7, Chicago 7? Okay.
Yeah. And, I don't know. It was this one thing. I had to write it down too. This one thing that I'm not
Go
sure
to your
if he
notes.
said
That's
it.
right.
We should do a show on the Black Panthers one day.
We should. I would love that.
Abby Hoffman said that Abraham Lincoln said this that he said when the people should grow weary of their constitutional rights to amend their government, they shall exert their revolutionary right and dismember and overthrow that government. I never knew Abraham Lincoln even said that.
Yes, he did. He did because he was saying from a standpoint, you know, people get mad. But you're also talking about a time of revolution, right? I mean, they were just coming off of the Civil War, right? And then the Revolutionary War wasn't that long ago to them either. You know what I mean? They were the people that had fought it, that had lived. So that's where he was coming from, which sort of makes an interesting point because what the hell happened last Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, yeah.
People were upset, huh?
Yeah.
They were mad.
I mean, outrageous.
You know
Insanity.
what the scariest thing about it when they went in there? Because some of them had long guns, right? AR-15s and stuff.
You're talking about the storming
And
of
they
the
had
Capitol.
and they had the some makeshift bombs or whatever outside. If they would have went in and took out everybody, Trump would have still been president until because there was nobody in secession
Right.
left. You know, Pence was there, Nancy was there. When you think about it,
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
if they would have did that, I mean, he would have been taken out if they would collar him, we would
Right.
arrest him,
Right.
you know, and try him. But
But he would have killed the line of secession.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Isn't
definitely
this
would have.
outrageous? I mean, this is insanity. You know, I was watching on TV and I could not really believe, you know, what I was seeing. You know, it's the most incredible,
Yeah.
disgraceful,
Yeah.
despicable.
And if it was Black Lives Matter,
Oh,
just
man.
showing up there,
We would've
they
got
would have.
killed.
Oh no! Well, yeah, definitely
We got
killed.
murdered.
But
I would've
they
got
wouldn't have
killed.
even. They wouldn't have opened those barricades. To
Right.
understand?
They
Right.
would
Come
have
on.
made it across the street.
Yeah, they let him in.
But here's the problem, right? Do further investigation.
Yeah.
There's a couple things. I remember when I saw this, right? I said, okay, so if we're a mob, we a mob.
Right.
Right?
We mob.
Right, we mob,
We
right?
mob.
We gonna run in and we gonna storm the Capitol. Well, ironically, they didn't really destroy any artifacts.
Right.
They didn't do graffiti on the pictures and
Right.
the murals and all that. They didn't destroy none of the statues. I mean, they took pictures with the statues, but they didn't pull the statues down like a mob would do.
Right.
Right? And they didn't destroy anything of any historical value. So then I further started watching stuff, and then all of a sudden you have the guy that goes to Nancy Pelosi's office and he takes a picture, right? Now, do you know where Nancy Pelosi's office is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So somebody had to tell him, right?
Somebody had to tell him.
Oh, you learned it.
This was an inside thing. This was and now it's coming out that there were FBI agents in the mob.
I heard there was some fire folks, but there's FBI agents in the mob
The
also.
FDNY guys confirmed that there was FBI guys there.
Wow.
The fire department guys ratted out the FBI.
Wow.
And it was agents there, which then makes sense because why would you be so apt to just open the doors?
But you know what
Right.
else?
Right.
You know what else? That was a huge crime scene.
Sure.
4 people died. And at one time it was 1, but it was 4 people that died, even an officer.
Right.
Why was there stuff left to clean up? Everything there, the water, that was evidence. Those were fingerprints.
Right.
They were cleaning, regular people were cleaning it up after the fact. So they didn't even handle it as a crime
As an investigation.
Scene. Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Exactly.
Right.
Because it was white supremacy.
Right. Call it what it is.
Because
Yep.
it was people that they know and they
Right.
work with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if it was black people, I guarantee you,
They'd have
they
been
wouldn't
Prince.
even been able to leave out.
Right.
There would have been a phone call,
Right.
National Guard, and everybody would have been right there.
Absolutely.
Everything was slow. They had to get, Virginia had to come through, different,
Right.
the states in between had to come through and help them out.
Right.
I mean, and they knew what he had already said, number
Right.
45.
And it's
Well, here's the
funny
deal.
how it seems-
They built a gallows in front of the Capitol. They
Right.
built the hangman thing.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
this. That tells you everything you need to know.
So listen, I'm looking out from the Capitol. I go, okay, that's kind of strange. Okay, there's a noose and there's wood, and these guys are building something, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you something?
They stopped
Right.
Roland Martin's show when he showed that. He showed the lady that got killed, and he showed the noose. And YouTube, everybody shut him for he came back on, but they shut him.
Why would
because he
they,
did
they're
that.
trying to censor that? That needs to come out. Why would
Yeah,
you censor
exactly,
that? That's
exactly.
what needs to come
Who
out.
owns media, right? Who
Right,
owns-
right.
Was they all
and this
from
is
the
what
same state? Was they all-
this is how it was going down, right? And then they show up, and then they're breaking the windows and
Yeah.
stuff. Now the lady that got shot, God bless her. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? But there's a saying, an old saying, and the deal is this: if you play clown games, you get clown prizes.
Right,
right.
right.
So she was trying to exert herself. The guy told her, "Step back, step back, step back," and then he let it go. Bang! And that's what happened.
Right,
Right.
right.
When you see the video of the black police officer that's backing up off the stairs,
running up
and
the
he's running up the
stairs, right.
stairs, right? He's telling him, "Yo, stay back, stay back, stay
Right.
back." And this guy was so emboldened. You hear him say,
see-
"I could take you."
Right.
Huh? All right, you know what?
But they were
Here's this
outnumbered.
stick.
100% they were outnumbered.
No doubt. But you know
Right.
what? When you bust that shot, people go, "Oh, wait, hold on."
Yeah.
You know? And
But
then I know
some of
them
them
concerned.
some of them were strapped too, though.
Some were
That's the
strapped up,
scary
sure.
thing.
Right, right,
Right.
That's
right.
the scary
right,
thing.
So
right.
I'm saying that to say this: our capital is so underprotected that this could happen.
I
Right.
bet you not no more. Not no more.
Going back to what Mike said, I remember the Panthers came in there, I think one of the Capitol buildings with some guns, and you saw what happened to the Panthers, right?
Right, it was Sacramento.
Right,
It was-
they eventually
Bobby
all
still
got
got
murdered
arrested.
and
Bobby
going
still
to
got
jail
arrested for that
and all
too.
the rest of that. So look at how that was back in the 60s, and now look at this.
Bobby
Yeah.
still got arrested for that too. And I don't know if all of them was from Washington D.C., but same thing with the movie I saw, Chicago 7. They all got arrested and they tried to charge them with this Rap Brown law. That's what it's called, a Rap Brown law. That's when you try to cross state lines to, to incite, violence. They say.
Right.
So if they was Black Panthers or anybody bodies fighting for Black Lives Matter, they probably would have tried to charge them for that too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me give you a
definitely.
history on that, right? The Black Panthers are the reason why they changed the gun laws.
I know they changed the gun laws because of what Bobby Seale did.
Because of the Bobby Seale situation.
The
Because
right
at that stage
to
of the
bear
game,
arms.
we were all able to bear arms, and the Black Panthers, they
They were
used that.
educated. They weren't
Those are
dumb.
not
We
exact
have the
words
right to bear.
verbatimly. I just said that to my friend the other day. I said, Black Panthers is the reason why we got to have gun license now.
They were the reason for
They
that.
weren't dumb.
You know, so
And they were good. They were good. Lunch,
Right.
they were feeding the kids breakfast. And
They started
a lot of
they started free
education.
lunch.
Yeah.
Free lunch
They were
program
good
is a
off
Black
the
Panther
job.
Free lunch program in the schools,
Sure.
if not for the Black Panthers. And that's
Shout
why they
out to
murdered them.
Ashada Shakur.
yeah, no doubt.
Cuba, still there.
We're our leaders. Listen, I skipped a commercial, so I got to go to commercial real quick because I'm at the 4:30. I'm at the half mark. This is what we're gonna play.
You have commercials now?
Oh no, I got Sandra's commercial.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I am Sandria I. Coleman. I live currently in Isaac Houses. I have been here for 5 years. We have a lot of issues over here in this development, even before COVID-19, but currently and prior to, we've had inoperable elevators. We've had no heat, no hot water. We've had infestation of mice, roaches, rats running around on the grounds. The boilers are not working properly. We actually had to file a HP housing part lawsuit on December 13th of 2019. We did that to receive repairs. We had to force and use the legal system to get repairs in our apartments and our common areas, so we don't have to deal with just the exacerbation of what has happened to public housing. We pay our rent. We are entitled to our repairs. We are entitled to humane living conditions instead of inhumane living conditions. It is unhealthy to live in NYCHA for the residents that live here. It's also unhealthy for the workers. Some of the solutions I believe that NYCHA can do, first and foremost, we need the funding. City, state, and federal government needs to step up. We need more manpower. We need more maintenance. We need more caretakers to keep the grounds clean.
All right, and we're back. We are back.
Powerful, powerful.
Powerful,
Sandra.
that was great.
That's powerful.
Yeah, that was from the Public Advocates Worst Landlord list. And shout out to George Brown, too, from Holmes Towers. He did a video with them, and I was at the presser. So, and it was good to just be a part of that and to stick it to NYCHA, especially as an activist and an organizer, as well as a litigant against
Right.
them. You know what I'm saying? When you look at our case, and when they call our case in court, even though they consolidated everything, they call Coleman versus.
Right.
Yeah, so I
Right.
mean, when they consolidated it, they called my last name first, just because it's a C, and it's cool. So,
Right.
So yeah.
Great.
No, yeah, that's it.
We're about to launch our lawsuit
Yeah.
end of this month
Be
against
with you.
Queensbridge.
What is your
North.
lawsuit about, Stan?
Same thing. We following the same path that Holmes Isaac took. We're going to have a lawsuit, a HP action lawsuit against Queensbridge North. That's the first one. Then we're going to move to Queensbridge South and to Ravenswood and now Woodside and Astoria.
Yeah.
And maybe some other developments. I
Yeah.
think if every development in the city did an HP action,
Yeah.
this would shake up NYCHA
Yeah.
to its core. So and it only takes 10 to maybe 15 residents in a development, and you can have a lawsuit. So we need to get on with that. All around the city, it should be a citywide lawsuit,
Yeah.
and everyone
Should
doing
be,
it.
yeah.
Then NYCHA will be paying attention to what's really going on.
Yeah, and people shouldn't be discouraged about it just because we're in a pandemic and think that the courts are not open. The courts are operating.
Right.
The courts are open, and you still can file these cases.
That's
so
right.
get it done. And we found out so much since our lawsuit, because we filed December 13th of 2019, so we're over a year in. We found out the issues with our elevators that we didn't know
Right.
about, our boilers, that we knew about the infestation, but when Department of Health comes out and see the rat burrows in the ground,
Right.
and see them out there running around on the grounds, then that's really problematic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and everything
Absolutely.
else.
Speaking of elevator, I seen that elevator that lady was talking about in Ravenswood. Well, I seen the
The one
something
with a hole
covered.
in the floor?
Yes, it wasn't. I ain't see the hole, but I seen something covering the hole.
You gotta. I'm gonna be out in Ravenswood this week. You gotta take me to
I'm gonna take
that
you to the
development.
building. I mean,
to make me see that
they
building.
ain't get a new elevator now. They just put like one of them metal sheets over
Yeah,
it.
to try to make sure no one puts their foot through it.
And I'm like,
Insanity.
wow.
Makeshift.
And you know what's crazy
Patchwork.
about that?
Patchwork.
That means if there's a problem with the bottom of the elevator, that means there's a problem with the bottom of the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is something, you might step on the elevator and the whole bottom fall off.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you try to change that?
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you take the elevator out of service? It sounds very unsafe.
And we got new elevators about 2013, I believe.
Uh-huh.
They didn't switch the whole elevator. They just switched the walls and the door. They didn't change the floor.
Right.
So the
So that's still
the foundation of the elevator is still 100 years old.
yes.
I see. Yeah, go ahead, Stan. Do what you're about to do.
Yeah, and I was gonna close the door. But
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
close the door. Yeah.
I thought I was hearing something.
Yeah, you know, people coming in. Busy time. We're doing an LPN class here. Right? License,
Well, we got to
nurse
remember to close
practitioner.
the door, the last one
I
in.
know.
Yeah.
Nurse practitioner thing we're doing. So
Yeah.
I
We're getting
looked
set
at
up
it
for that
like,
for
wasn't
tomorrow.
it closed? I saw it and I was gonna close it, but
Yeah, just lightly close it.
But yeah, I mean, but that is the inherent problem of NYCHA, isn't it? Patchwork,
Of
Yeah,
course.
right? Let's not
Laziness
fix
is
it.
cheap.
Right.
Yeah, let's not fix it.
Till
Let's
it really
just-
fall apart, then we'll fix it.
until someone gets killed, right?
Right.
By the way, for those that seen that video, that is actually my bathroom, and it's been like that for some months. And
That's
I'm
your
not-
bathroom?
That's my bathroom. I'm not letting them in anybody because they broke the wall already.
Okay.
They fixed my bathroom,
Right.
and that's come back. They broke the wall, the bricks, and I was stuck with like this really thick plastic, and had to take a shower with this really thick plastic that I'm hearing stuff behind in
In the wall.
So it was scary. So
Sure.
I was like that for several months. So I know they're gonna probably have to break the wall again because the way it looks. And then
Right.
once they do that, they gotta cover it, and then you gotta wait because that's another person that gotta come out.
Right.
To lay the towels back.
Right.
So
And I just want to say, Gregory Russ, once again, your program, your pilot program in Astoria and in Queensbridge and in Ravenswood is a horrible disgrace. Because I'm dealing with tenants to this day who are supposed to be able to go down to the office, talk to a management person, get an appointment. I actually had an argument this past Friday with the management person in Queensbridge, who told me I was being disrespectful and said that I'm out of control because I have a tenant over here, Kathy Bladicus, who we've gone to this office like maybe 10 times. And her problems still persist, to this day. So she's upset. And I'm sitting there like, imagine if I was going to do that, how angry I would be.
Exactly.
But then I'm angry because I'm hearing her story. So I'm like, you need to bring the manager out and stop hiding behind the glass window. So they took offense when I said, well, you saying we hide behind the window. We have a new policy now. You have to make an appointment. So we're going back on Thursday. But then the question becomes, make an appointment to do what?
Right.
So are we going to come out of that appointment with some real answers about something, or are you just going to sit down with us and pacify us like you've been doing for all this time? So Queensbridge, North, don't get upset. We'll be back on Thursday to find out what's going on.
I just want to say something to all these bureaucrats, right? Because that's what they are in the management office, they're bureaucrats, right? I want you to really pay close attention to what happened in D.C.
Right.
Pay attention to that, because now it's in the air. So don't think that it can't happen to a management office.
Right.
I'm not saying for it to be done. I'm just saying I'm a guy that pays attention to things. I'm just saying, right? I pay attention to things. And then you get this copycat thing that happens, right?
Right.
And the next thing you know, you standing there and you going, they're storming the management office. What's going on? I'm telling you, and I'm not saying that people should do this. I want to be clear.
clear.
Right,
I want to be clear.
clear.
I'm not saying people should do this. But what I do know is once people see that it can be done, understand that the possibility is in the air.
And it wasn't just in the capital, right? Because they went to a few other places throughout the
Well,
United
I
States.
do know now that
They
they're
saw
still organizing. I know some friends of mine, I think there's a rally going on today in New York
Yeah.
of these white supremacists.
Yeah.
So,
Who's
don't-
Maria, by the way?
Maria,
know Maria?
she's from Queensbridge, I believe.
Yeah, she said I had to call Monica. I had to call Monica. Makes it happen. Oh, that's the name of her show. I
Right,
guess.
yeah, yes, absolutely.
So she can come help us because we are going through the residency construction for the rat problem due to the construction, and also
Yeah.
they fixed one of the children's playgrounds, and it got taken care of.
What
But
development she's in?
we still have.
I believe she's Queensbridge.
No,
Maria.
she said, "I am out here in Coney Island,
Okay.
Graveston houses."
Okay.
That's
Wow.
what's that. So she's in
Wow.
Coney Island. So that's what's going out there in Coney Island, out in Brooklyn.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
need to reach out to Lisa Evers also. She covers nature from time. to
Yeah,
time.
she does. Yeah, Lisa's big
She done
advocate.
that. She done that work.
Well,
with,
Maria, you should definitely reach out because Monica
Ja
wants to
Rule.
know.
Remember she did something with Ja Rule.
Yeah,
about
she sure
public
did.
housing.
Yeah, let's call Monica. I got to give Monica a lot of credit. You know, I really do. I mean, out of all
She really gets out there,
all
doesn't
the
she?
media, and she's thorough. You know, and she's
present,
She's
yeah.
present, and she
And
makes
she
some-
can't take all the calls. neither.
right.
So she
'Cause
has
it's
to
too
go
much.
to certain ones.
It's
Yeah.
too much. It's too much. It's too much to cover.
Yeah.
I mean, people
Another-
get. Go ahead. Yeah, go
Another
ahead.
thing I would like to see residents
Please.
do is start find attorney, because I'm sure people that has suffered with lead poisoning to their kids and so forth. You know, look to sue NYCHA civilly. Take them to court,
Yeah.
because people have to be going through some depression. I mean, you know, stuck with asthma or whatever medical.
Sure.
Those are civil suits.
Right.
Those are suits that you can sue the city because they did not take care of you. So if any lawyers are listening, and y'all need to reach out to us, we can put you in touch with some residents, because it's time to really take them to their knees.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because they're killing us. They're
Yeah.
killing the residents. You know, and with the COVID and the conditions.
Right.
I mean, that's crazy.
All I'm saying is Abraham Lincoln. That's it. The man made a statement. That's all I'm saying. I love it. The man made a statement.
And I just want to
People
say,
get
Joe
tired.
Biden,
You know,
Joe Biden, whoever you put in front of to control HUD,
Right.
we're gonna be paying attention because now you're there and black folks put you in.
Yeah.
You know, so we're gonna want fully funded NYCHA. You know, and you in a position to do that, and you have the power to do that now with the Senate and everything else.
Yeah.
So we want results.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
I
want to
think-
see what's gonna happen.
I think within the next 2 years, I mean, his administration should be able to and will be able to carry out his agenda until the midterm elections,
Right.
when things might change or might not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Joe,
And let's also be clear that we want funding for NYCHA, but we want funding for all public housing
Right.
throughout the United
Across
States.
the
It's not
country.
just
That's
us,
right. That's
because
right.
we're suffering, but there's other places that are
That's right.
suffering too.
Like Rock said, they say Abraham Lincoln.
We peeled the Fair
Lincoln
Cloth
did.
Act.
Yeah, so we can
repealed
continue
the
to-
Fair Cloth
they can
Act, which
build more
stops.
public housing,
Right. Let's
that's
build
right.
more public housing. Let's
Yeah.
not get rid of it. Let's build more of
Yeah.
it.
and my prayers go out to Joe Biden, because I got to tell you, he's looking a little tired, bro. Like, he's an old guy. Like, the dude is.
But who he got behind him though?
Correct the Monday. He got Kamala Harris, right?
Right.
He might
But-
just do one term anyway. Like,
I mean, listen, we're trying to get him through the one term alive.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
the other day
Right.
he came on TV, he was coughing. and trying to make, I said, oh, man.
Yeah,
I said, look at this right here, man.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, Joe, pull through, baby. We just need you for 4 years.
Right.
That's it. Because how old is he? What, he's 78?
Yeah, some
Something like
he's
that?
up there, yeah.
He's like one of the oldest people to be elected president or something like that.
Right.
It's like, what, 2 years older than Donald Trump?
Yeah. Him and Donald are neck and neck. Yeah. Yep. So it's
Donald Trump
crazy.
was born like 1946.
nobody like Obama. I
So,
tell you.
so
Right.
we must pray for.
But Obama did us with RAD. You know that.
Yeah, Obama. Yeah.
He did us with
Yeah,
RAD.
Obama. I gotta call it out. Obama, that was
yep.
you.
That was under his
you.
administration.
The
RAD.
public-private partnership
Yep.
that you touted is what we're fighting
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
You know, still Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Like your legacy and all, but you left us
Well,
with
I
a
didn't
fight.
agree with everything, but
Right,
I'll
you
leave
left
it at
us with a
that.
fight.
Yeah.
Let's call it like
He
it is.
definitely did.
Call it
Yeah.
like it is.
Leave
A
my
lot
man
of people
alone,
not
man.
aware of that.
No, you know what?
He did it.
No, he did. I mean, you understand something. The Obama presidency was very ambiguous. There were things that he did that were great, but there were some things that he did that was raggedy. And one of the things, the way he treated public housing, you know what I'm saying, was not cool.
No, it was not.
You know what I'm saying? And then they talk about the deportation. Well, he was like the king deporter. You know what I'm saying?
Call it.
You know,
like
you got to
it
call
is.
it what it is. You
Yeah.
know, you know, it's just that. Okay, Donald, who told the truth, by the way, he said, "This is who I am. I'm a liar.
Yep.
I am a racist.
Rapist.
I am an insider. I am a rapist. Right? I am all
grab the
these
women by
things,
the-
and you are going to elect me president anyway."
That's right.
And I can take a gun and shoot
Yeah,
somebody.
he said that. He
on
said
the
to
middle-
shoot somebody in the middle of
Did he
Fifth
say that?
Avenue, and they still gonna follow
Yeah.
me. So what
He
does that tell
called
you? He
it.
said it. He
Well,
said
guess
it.
He's
what?
a prophet.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Prophet Trump, my man.
Prophesied.
You
So
actually
they didn't touch him.
overachieved.
Yeah, he did.
Because you had people attacked the Capitol and people were still messing with you.
Right.
Hold on. You incited a revolution.
Right.
Because that's what that is.
Right.
You incited an insurgence.
And
Right?
those clowns are going to jail.
Right.
By a law he put in. They
So
got
you know
10
what?
years they're supposed to get if they get caught. We see what happens.
He told you who he was. I'm just saying. And Obama kind of did things. He was very smooth. He kind of smiled at you while he stuck it to you. And then he didn't really mind. You're like, oh, you know what? It's Obama. It's cool. Right? It's the same Bill Clinton thing, right? Bill Clinton, very convincing.
Yeah.
You know, smiled. He was very charismatic.
Played saxophone. And all
Played
this other crap.
saxophone.
But they weren't dictators.
Right. They weren't
Right,
dictators.
right.
No. Trump was a dictator.
Exactly.
But
So
then
that
once
means
again,
when
Trump
you
said he
have-
was a dictator.
When you have your advisors and they're saying no, and you're saying, "Oh no, I'm doing this,"
Right.
and that's what he does.
But look at who
Now,
his
mind
friends
you,
were.
he has the codes, the nuclear code still.
Right. Right. We need to get him out. They're supposed to impeach him. You know. So let's hope that impeachment can happen.
That'll happen probably
Yeah.
after.
Oh, and
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
said Biden's. Someone said Sherry said Biden is 80, and
What?
Maria
Is he
said
80?
Biden is 78.
Yeah, I don't think he's 80 yet.
No, I think he's 78.
But who knows? I'm not in front of nothing to check.
You know, so that's
the
kind of
bullseye's on him though. We need you to produce.
Yeah.
Sure,
Who watches
100%.
Power? Let's shift.
Oh, okay.
Just
you know
kicking
what?
it.
Sure.
I was
Who,
on the,
who watches Power?
You know what's so funny?
No,
If y'all don't watch Power, then I don't need to
Nah,
talk
you know
about
what's so
it.
funny?
Power.
I haven't watched
Ooh,
Power.
Ghost.
I haven't watched Power or Ghost, but I played on the first episode. You never seen me because I was like one of the blurs. But I was a strip club patron.
You was a what?
A strip club.
Oh,
patron.
you was in it? Okay.
Here you go. Here you go.
I'm not
I was a strip club
surprised.
Here go
Yo,
Mike.
50
now.
Cent is a genius. That's
So,
all
Mike,
I'm saying.
I'm just going to say I don't really think you were acting.
Well, I was a backup. I was an extra.
You're like I was
You
acting
was an extra.
as a.
Did
I was an
you
extra.
were able to see yourself on TV?
No, I looked for myself on a few shows. I was on The Politicians. I was on.
You acting like you were a strip club
Girlfriend Did Me,
prostitute.
and I played Ghost, but I don't see myself. I was searching too. I was just a blur. You don't even barely see me. I'm like, oh my lord.
Same thing happened to me. I was in a movie, right? I was in Bonfire of the Vanities with Tom Hanks and Melanie Griffith, right? And they had a scene where they rode down 169th Street or with Burnside in the Bronx, right? And they go to have this the people attack their car, right? And I'm one of the people that attacks the car, right? So you can see the camera, and I'm like, I'm gonna be on film, right? So the movie comes out. I go to movies. I don't see Jack, right? So then I get the tape, and then I pause it, and just
see
for
yourself.
one
Yeah.
frame,
Yeah.
there I am.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wore this jacket at the time called Breakthrough Records, right? Because I was doing a record company back then. And you saw the jacket, and I was like,
Wow.
there I am. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
what happens, right?
Right.
You rewind something, you pause it, you stop, you go, oh yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
So, you know, so
And I
I was
thought I
on
was
the
gonna
cutting
be
room floor kind of too.
I thought I was gonna be because I was one of the few people on Ghost that had the little script that the guy said in the club where he said, "Oh, I don't got my credit card." Like he said, "Oh, I hope my mom won't mind." And she was like, "Oh, I take Bitcoin, something like that, or Cash App." And I'm like, "What?" And I had the script. I thought I was something. I thought I was gonna be seen and everything. The show came out. I ain't even see
Wow.
Yeah,
myself.
you got jerked.
Yeah.
I know. It
I
happened
got
to me.
paid, but I ain't get.
Exactly. You get money.
Well, you got paid.
Yeah. No, I got $600 for my blip. You know what I'm saying? That was it. It was a
Well,
blip.
y'all should catch up.
But we was out there all day, though.
It's fire.
We was out there all day.
Right. We was out there all day for like a 2-minute scene.
Yeah, exactly.
That's,
Well, I might break down and watch Power.
Yeah,
I think I
well, it's
think
called Ghost Book
a
or
Ghost?
something
I
like
know
that.
that's
I
part
think-
two. They got
Right.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
That's the continuation
Yeah.
of Power.
Tommy showed up on the last episode.
Okay.
Ooh, that muscle blue car. I was like, Tommy!
You know what? We got to do this for Sandria.
Tommy! He makes the show. I was telling people, I said, I was on the phone, so I was like, he's going to show up. And they're like, he's not there. Boom, he showed up.
Okay, well, I gotta check
Mary's
it out.
in it too. Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I know
Method
Mary's in
Man,
it.
Method Man.
I actually
plays the
saw.
lawyer.
I've seen some episodes of it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I
It's
just
fun.
haven't. You know, and Mary's
50s,
gangster in it
50,
too.
yeah.
She's
on my-
gangster.
Yeah.
I was on my true story stuff this week. Though. I was watching this movie with Madeline Murray, I believe her name is. She the one that stopped people from praying in school.
Oh, okay.
She stopped people from praying in school because
Oh, she's a demon.
What you eating, Rock? What you eating, Rock?
Cashew nuts.
It's called The Most Hated Woman in America.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm
Full
like,
of information. Hey, Mike, I gotta call you now to find out what I should be watching on TV.
I want you found
You bringing up a lot of good
That's
stuff.
Oh no, I know what that is.
That's yours? Okay.
Not exactly.
I,
Poor
Never
Al
mind.
Pizarro.
I
Al
thought he bought
Pizarro.
something.
Al Pizarro's senile. I love him, but He forgot that. Those are his cards.
No, you know, because remember he came in with cards for us the one night check. That's why I was like, you bought us more cards?
Yeah, no. You're right, but that's what that is.
Okay, cool.
Just to kind of let you know what it is, we do a show. I do a show before this show called Hip Hop. It's Hip Hop Boulevard, but it's called The Conversation.
Okay.
And what those cards are, those are gift cards, right?
Okay.
Oh.
But it's a gift card without a. It has no value. The value in it is people.
Right.
So I have the gift card. Let's say I'm standing in line, and I'm getting some coffee, and Sandre is behind me, right? And I handed the gift card, and I go, "Here, I'm going to pay for your coffee."
Right.
Pay it forward. So the concept is that we're paying it forward. That's what it is.
Oh, that's so sad.
You know, and you do that, and you go, and you just pay for the coffee. The coffee
Right.
is there's no value on the card. You're going to pay coffee. Pay for the coffee, cash, but it's sort of like a reminder to be nice to people.
Right. That's
cool.
beautiful. Okay,
You know what I'm
good. Good.
So that's what that
Nice.
is.
That's nice.
That's the deal. Go ahead, Sandra.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I think we got a confirmation. Mike?
Yeah.
What is it,
Mike
Mike?
Fax.
Mike Fax.
Mike Fax.
We got a fax on every show now. We got Gary Fax, and now there's Mike
Mike
Fax.
He was born November 20th, 1942.
Okay.
He's 78 years old. That's my nephew's
I'm not
birthday,
into
and I have a niece's
signs, but
birthday
he just
November
a
20th.
Scorpio.
Okay, all right. It says we don't want red.
Go ahead.
Biden 78, that was accurate. Tamika Map says, totally agree with something we were talking about back there. Maria said, Monica Morales, she has helped me out a lot, and I had a bathroom leak issue and bad water, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
So-
a lot of good exposure, definitely.
Yes. Yeah. We need it.
Yeah.
Is that
I like to see some of these media firms when people don't have gas. That's what I'm just gonna say. What I feel. When they see the people get one hot plate, these media companies are worth billions of dollars. They can bring some hot plates when they show up with them cameras. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
I mean, that's true. You know what?
Right?
I'm just being real.
Nah,
Listen, if you're going to cover it and exploit it,
Yeah.
then you should at least try
something
to
for the
do
people,
something
you
for
know
the
what I'm
people.
saying?
I never thought of it from that angle.
Why
That's
not?
the way I see it because we call, who makes the media? The people.
Right.
100%.
They take you can be, I've been in cameras right. When I say right, everything right. And they sometimes didn't even air me. But they
Right.
might air someone else because of what they said,
Right.
how they appeared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they expect you live in public house, you're supposed to look a
Right.
certain way.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right.
That's not cool.
Yeah. It's a shame. That's a good thought, though.
It's a shame.
That's a good thought. We need the pressure,
Yeah.
those companies and others should be doing more.
Because there's a write-off for
Right.
them to do. It's,
Right.
I mean, and it makes them look good. Because we are
also,
supporting them and calling
any
them.
wealthy people that came from NYCHA,
Yeah.
just putting a call out, whether you are a rapper or entertainer, come on back and give something back and give some money and some fun and write it off.
Or your voice.
Right, and be
Or,
present.
yeah, your
like
voice.
a Nas. What if Nas showed up on the corner of Queensbridge and say, you know what, I'm
quite a
not going to
bit,
accept it
yeah.
right now.
It's quite a bit.
All of the media will be there because he's there. And that kind of attention is
Yeah.
what we need, so
Yeah, it's a lot of them, right?
that should be a goal for this year to reach out if we can. Rock, you got contacts. You're in the music industry.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, why not?
Let's get these put some pressure on it.
And have them
Well,
come
a
out.
lot of them
Right.
yeah.
I like that.
That'd be nice. And even actors,
Yeah,
actresses.
sure.
Yeah.
And successful people too.
What building is that, Sandra, behind us?
The one behind me is 1780, my old building,
Okay.
and the other one is
You got a call?
1806.
Yeah,
So
1780.
Isaac, one is Holmes Towers, and the other one is Isaac House.
Okay, all right. And Stan, who's this? Let's see.
Is that
See if Stan knows.
I believe that's Queensbridge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Queensbridge in the
Yeah,
house,
it was
man.
Queensbridge.
Yes.
So we wanted to, kind of represent, where you guys represent. You know what I'm saying? That was
Absolutely.
the
It
idea.
looks good. Looks good.
That people see, one night show.
Right, right.
It fits.
Yeah. Good
It
job,
fits.
Sandra. Changed it all up. Good
No
job, good
doubt.
job, Rock. Also, give us a whole
Yeah.
new look.
Yes, what is
We
one
spent
hot
some time
plate?
on the phone the other day.
Yes, we did.
Zooming and stuff, doing some checks.
Yeah, she actually saw me when I was doing this, actually.
Okay.
So we were trying to do checks to make sure the Zoom works
Right.
and, tweak the system a little bit and was able to get it done. So we've hit the hour, gang.
Well, that was fun.
We was at the hour. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's kind of nice to just just kick it, you know what I'm saying?
That's the name of the show.
That was it. We just kicked it.
Just kicking it.
Just kicking it. And I think it was a nice way to, okay, we got 7 minutes left. Is that what's happening?
Because the countdown, I think, is probably showing there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we
So
still
I'm
have
seeing
seven,
that.
we got about
Yeah.
7
Got about
minutes and
7
some
minutes
seconds left. We ain't leaving y'all yet.
But I enjoy doing these shows.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Well, since I
It's a
had
new
one,
year.
What do we got going next week?
It's a
What are
new
we talking
year,
about?
It's a new year.
Next week, what are we doing, gang?
I mean, I'm going to be busy. I know City Council has residents should be testifying. I believe it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I got an
right?
email for that. Yeah.
So Wednesday, if you haven't signed up, you still have time to sign up.
And what
And if
is
you don't
that
want to
exactly?
testify,
The
it's with the
email
housing.
was vague.
It's
So
with the housing committee. I believe it's about RAD Impact.
okay.
And
All right.
make your voices heard. You could also, if you don't want to testify, you could submit your written testimony, which will go into record, which is excellent. I'm sure a lot of people running for office will be doing that too. Just
Right.
to have, you know what I'm saying, to put
Right.
this.
Oh,
but
what's the
that's
name of
coming
them?
up.
What's the name of them planning something? Claudia and 700 Strong.
Mm-hmm.
They're planning to do a mayoral
Okay.
debate.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
with 22 to 25 people
Beautiful.
actually
Beautiful.
participating in the debate. So
I'm
that's
supporting that.
That's Claudia and them and 700 Strong.
Yeah.
So they're planning on doing that. So that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
We got to get them on the show too. 700 strong.
and they're having it
Strong.
in I think uptown somewhere. I guess
Is it going to be virtual?
part of it's going to be virtual,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
zoomed out, and then
Right.
it'll be other people that are there.
Yeah.
So we'll,
Because when she was part of the Democratic Club that I am, she was the president. She we did a with the Manhattan District Attorneys we
Right.
had
Okay.
a forum. So in the coalition, we're going to do District 5. So we're waiting for after the matching funds to come out. So probably in February, March, we're going to bring some of the candidates on and do a forum ourselves
Right.
via Zoom. You know, so for the neighborhood as well as the NYCHA.
so it's nice seeing that NYCHA's active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Politically, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
And big shout to 700 Strong, no doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really powerful coalition. You know?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what's going on, and you know, and that's going to happen somewhere between I think the early part of February. I think it's going to happen, but as that develops and we get more information, then we'll talk about it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying,
That's cool.
and build upon that.
People can look
So,
at that.
yeah, it's
There's a
gonna be-
whole lot of different forums. And what it is with some of the forums, people are selective with who they feel is viable to put into their forum.
Sure,
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I think if someone is still in the race, you invite everybody. That's
Right.
just the fair way to do it.
Yeah.
But there's about 30 candidates.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you
Some
know,
should be dropping out.
maybe
though. 'Cause
Jocelyn
you know
might
who's
be
in.
there.
You know who's in.
Who's in?
Andrew Yang. Can
Oh,
you
is he?
dig it? Yeah, he announced it on Coney Island
The
Shores.
former presidential candidate?
Yes, he's
Okay.
running from
Wow.
there too. It's
Oh,
serious.
Lord.
It's
It's
serious.
gonna be really interesting
It's
next year, boy. Oh, this
serious.
year is gonna be
It's
very
serious.
interesting.
Can
Yeah.
you dig
That's how he
it?
said it. Yes, yeah.
Wow.
He said, "Can you?" Dig? Yeah, he's
Wow.
You know, it's crazy. That means he watched Warriors, right?
Yeah, he
And you know what?
big.
And that might be the reason why he did it on Coney Island, because
Okay.
the Warriors movie
Right.
ends in Coney Island, right?
Right,
The,
right.
the gang movie,
Right.
And then it was Cyrus, right? He's in the Bronx, in that park in the Bronx, and he goes, "Can you dig it?"
That's pretty
Right.
much how he did it.
Yeah. So he was doing a little reference to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So it's funny.
He's a cool dude, though.
You know, so
Interesting.
that's kind of dope. I might have to vote for him because of that.
Shout out to my son Jalen.
Just for the
He's probably
can you
gonna
dig
get
it?
me. I have on.
What's
his,
that?
I have on his hoodie. He's in Rochester.
Was it
so
Dream?
It's
Dreamville?
See, it's not. No, it's, I'm just saying. I got on his hoodie. That's all.
Oh.
I'm shouting out to him because if he's watching, he's gonna be like, "Mom, yeah, I got on your hoodie."
Oh, okay. In
I
other
got on your
words,
hoodie, Jalen.
she was
Mommy love you.
cold. She was cold, and she.
You know, when I'm in the
hoodie.
park, this hoodie has been working. For me. So
I thought he was the designer.
no, it's not really about that. It's just it's my son's because I don't. You know, y'all see, I always really dress.
Right,
when I
right,
come.
right.
So yeah, I feel comfortable just dressed down in the boots and
Yeah, someone
go.
should be like that.
comfortable. Yeah,
Someone should be
be
like
like that sometime.
Well, here's the deal, man. You know, I mean, tune in next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Look out for the new flyer, right? For with the show, whatever show we're doing, if we're having a guest, if we're not having a
Right,
guest,
yeah.
or whether it's just topical on what we're doing next week. And 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
next Sunday.
We will be bringing people
And
on.
before you
still.
sign off, definitely, as you said about viability, support my campaign.
I wanted to ask you about
because
that.
we're gonna have some exciting things. A whole whole new format. My thing is now more than winning or losing is bringing more people into the process. So I'm gonna be going after the young folks, and we're gonna use some hip hop and some music and have a whole new creative way of presenting this campaign.
Yeah.
But for those who are listening, you go to standforqueens.nyc and donate $1 or $2 or $10, so that candidates like myself can stay viable and bring your message to the public. So
Yeah.
definitely vote.
And we,
I'm gonna make a hat called "Make Stan Great Again."
we definitely gonna keep y'all posted
Yeah,
on
let's
our
do it.
prior guests if they drop
Right,
out
right.
or not viable anymore. It's just business to let you know
Right.
where they at. So we already had one.
Because I'm sort of interested. Who dropped out?
Well, or either they drop out or can't make, they didn't
can't
make
meet
it.
the-
well,
can't meet
last
the
year,
demand.
Patrick Bublin,
Okay.
that was Assemblyman. So I announced that before though, so I didn't,
So
But,
let's
but we gotta be fair.
abreast.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
right.
We
Be
gotta
abreast
let
of
people
things.
know because we bringing them.
And I think I'm gonna play O'Leary's commercial that I have here, and then we'll kind of
Oh,
ride
okay.
out.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Brent.
Right? So,
Okay.
All right.
yeah, let's give him some light. Let me see if it'll work. Will it work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Come on, buddy.
Brent?
Come on, Brett.
I'll be shooting my commercial soon, Brent. You inspired me, Brent. After seeing
Yeah.
that, I got inspired.
There he is. Okay, it's
Right.
going.
It's turning.
Turning. The wheel's turning. See, unlike yours, I downloaded yours,
Okay.
so I can play it at any time. He is still connecting to the internet.
We were talking about your internet, right? When we were doing
Yeah,
the
we
show,
did that. Yeah, we
doing
did
the
that too
communication,
the other
yeah.
day. All right. Well, I gave it a whirl.
Okay.
I was gonna play it.
Well, he got a shout out, Brent.
Yeah.
O'Leary.
No doubt. He was great. He was great too.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
it's good.
really
It makes
good
it
to
so
interview.
tough in that district, man. There's so many really good people.
Yeah.
Only one can win,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of great people. Brent, Lorenzo,
Yeah.
it goes on, Julia Foreman. It's
You can't
endless.
even name all of them.
I
There's so
can't.
many. Yeah,
I can't.
Because y'all
There's
got
so-
how many?
It's like 26 or 7 or so.
That's crazy.
And
And
me
it's
and,
District 26.
Right. And a lot of them work with Justice Falls, so it's tough, But
You
there are a lot
can't
of
even
good
say
people.
who you voting for yet.
It's tough.
I
It's
know.
tough.
It's tough, huh?
It's tough.
All right, cool enough. Well, guess what, man? We're going to sign it off. We'll see you guys next week. It has been wonderful sharing the first Sunday with you guys.
Everybody should
One
tune
night,
into-
you.
One night, yeah.
One people.
One night, yeah.
That's what we are every day, all day, and that is the truth.
Yeah.
All right, we're all one thing.
We're voters. Don't sleep on us.
We are voters. Don't sleep on us,
Too
and
many
we
people
are
take us for granted.
apartment owners,
Yeah.
renters, right?
Municipality workers, all of that.
That's right. Amazon
Central
fell,
representative.
so Nights is gonna fall like Amazon did.
Okay.
We're gonna take it to them.
Take them down.
See y'all next week.
All right. We lifting off.